As Football Manager 26 is upon us, it's probably a good time for us to sit down and have a little think what that's going to mean in terms of how this channel works and what sort of content you can expect to see going forward. First things first, you've already seen we've got some alpha content on the channel. We were very fortunate to be given an alpha build, so there is a quick 30-minute first look video on the channel of how that alpha build looks right now in its current form. At time of recording, we are also going to be streaming tonight on YouTube and on Twitch at 9 o'clock this evening. We're allowed to stream for 90 minutes where you're going to get to see a little bit more of the current alpha build. It is only going to be a 90-minute stream, but it does give you a little bit more peek into some of the functionality of the UI, maybe a little bit more on the tactical side of stuff, and of course we'll see that match engine live and you can sort of get your first views on it as well as a collective. And then of course on Thursday, the beta drops, and that's when things are really going to start to ramp up. Because on Thursday, we are going to start our beta early access save, and we're going to start with a club. It can only be one club. It can only be Sunderland. And the reason it can only be Sunderland is because they are ingrained within my Football Manager DNA. We have had some wonderful moments on stream with Sunderland. We've had some awful moments on stream with Sunderland. And of course, now they're an official Premier League licensed club. What better way to start FM26 than another series of Sunderland Till I Cry? It's going to be multi-streamed on YouTube. It's going to be on Twitch. It's going to be on TikTok. There's going to be ways of accessing content in whatever platform suits your needs going forward. Now, obviously, beta access is usually about 2 weeks, so that's roughly equates to what? Maybe like a season and a half, if we're lucky. And remember, we're in a brand new game, so we're going to be trying to learn the game as we're playing the beta. It's not like previous versions where we can do a lot of stuff on autopilot. We're going to be taking a little bit more time with this one. So, here's what I'm thinking. If the save is going okay, and by that I mean we've not been sacked before the main release comes out, I maybe think about keeping this save on. And we'll have a little bit of YouTube content that is just from that series, okay? In an ideal world, I would love to go to 5 seasons, okay? Because usually when Sunderland, think back to FM24 when that came out, they were in the Championship at that moment in time. So you could think, right, can we get them promoted? They'd just come up from League One. Can we then push them into the Premier League? They're already in the Premier League now. So the jeopardy is just staying in the Premier League, okay? Let's see what we can do in 3 to 5 seasons, depending upon how long it takes to do that. I'll do some of it offline and we'll look to start putting some videos on there just so we've got a time capsule, if you will, of what we've done in the first save of Football Manager 26, because this is a new era and we need to have some sort of memory of it, okay? So that's a plan that I'm going to have in the background, but that is dependent entirely on me not getting sacked. So make of that what you will. Pop your views in the comments below. Are we going to have a Sunderland series or not? I think I'm going to know the answer for this one, but I'll let you lot decide. Which, of course, takes us on to our main save. So once the main game drops on the 4th of November, we will pivot from the beta save. Okay, we'll take that offline. We'll then start to look to put our new main save that's going to be all across the channel. So it's going to be, as I say, streamed all over the place, YouTube, Twitch and TikTok. We're going to be going back to doing things that I like to do. We've tried stuff in the past that have really pushed my limits, okay? We've tried British Steel and we made a decent fist of it, but it wasn't quite good enough. We've tried Build a Nation, but remember, the Larissa board decided to sack us the night before a European Cup final. We attempted a Pentagon in 3 months, which, let's face it, we knew couldn't really get done because I had that thing with Steve Sidwell to do instead. So we've tried Manager Newport. We did that. And whilst all those challenges are fun and fantastic in their own way, they've all got a lot of pressure about you've got to succeed and a certain amount of trophies and the certain ways of having to play or teams you have to pick to make those saves work. For me, Football Manager is the greatest storytelling game there is. And that means the best way to tell stories is to get our backpacks on, get our passports out, have a CV with us, and let's hit that job market, because for me, the best way to play Football Manager and the way that I enjoy it the most is a journeyman save. For me, it's the best way to experience different leagues, different clubs, different continents that I maybe wouldn't have considered managing in before. And of course, with FM26, there is the new possibility that we can port between the men's and the women's leagues. And that is going to make the story of our manager even more interesting. So the point of the save is going to be like it normally is on a journeyman. We're going to start unemployed, no experience, no badges, no idea where we're going to start, and no idea where we're going to end up, but we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. We're going to end up in all kinds of trials and tribulations, and there might be success, but it's unlikely. It's probably more likely that we'll have a lot of sadness, but we'll, be sad in various different countries. So that's the plan. Once FM26 is officially released on the 4th of November, we will begin our journeyman save, okay? And where we're going to end up is anyone's guess. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're excited about it as well. Let me know down below. FM26 is the start of a new era. It's exciting. Who knows what else we're going to do, okay? I'm not going to say that we're going to have loads of tactics videos. I'm not going to say we're going to have loads of rebuilds. I'm not going to say we're going to have loads of cool content, of experiments. But what I will say is this is the first time in a long time that I'm probably going to be playing Football Manager for fun, okay? Since the pandemic, I've always played Football Manager for work, okay? Now, whether that's for podcasting, whether that's for streaming, whether that's for content, I don't play Football Manager outside of when I've got the camera on. So what might happen in Football Manager 26 is we're going to be learning more stuff, and I'm going to have to learn the game more. So I might actually end up making a few more videos of things I find interesting, little tutorials. There might be a little story I tell offline. I might have an offline save. I don't know. I might even have a community challenge as part of our Discord, which, by the way, you should absolutely sign up for. Get yourself joining the Discord as well. Loads of people like yourselves in there talking about Football Manager. And of course, the FM Show podcast is also going to have a huge announcement with what we're doing going forward and regarding our content as well. So make sure you follow the FM Show podcast and also the WFM Show podcast as well, because they are our new sibling podcast. We love them very, very much. We think you will too. So if you're into women's football on Football Manager, that is the podcast for you. So I suppose ultimately that's kind of it really, isn't it? We are going to have the beta savers Sunderland. We're going to have a journeyman that's going to take us from FM26 all the way through FM27. We might have some more stuff as and when, but I'm not committing to it because I'm not going to overpromise and underdeliver. I've done that too often, and I think now is the time to be really brutally honest. I'm going to make some stuff if it really resonates with me and if I think it's going to be of benefit to yourselves. So that's where I am. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know who you're going to manage, and let me know whether or not you're hyped for FM26. It all starts today. It all starts at 9 o'clock this evening when we start streaming that 90-minute alpha access, and I hope you enjoy it. See you all there on stream from 9 p.m. tonight and 9 p.m. Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays when we're going to be streaming the beta and the journeyman. Take it easy, everyone. I'll see you soon.